Listen carefully, because what I'm about to say will offend the lazy, awaken the hungry, and change the life of anyone who's tired of being broke. Most people don't stay poor because of lack of opportunities. They stay poor because of habits that quietly sabotage them every single day. And if you don't fix these 10 principles, money will treat you like a stranger, not a partner. This is the truth nobody told you. And today you're hearing it raw. Now sit tight. Because once you see principle 3, you'll understand exactly why your life has been stuck on repeat. Fire principle 1. Your environment is your ceiling. You can't grow in a place designed to keep you small. If your circle doesn't talk about investments, business, strategy, or discipline, you're not in a circle, you're in a cage. The first step to getting rich from nothing is escaping the mental environment that normalizes struggle. Upgrade your atmosphere, upgrade your destiny. Fire principle 2. Build skills before money. You don't chase money. You chase competence, and money chases you. Coding, sales, storytelling, digital skills, product, AI tools, financial literacy. One high-value skill can drag you out of poverty faster than 10 low-value hustles. Fire principle 3. Consistency beats genius. This is the principle that destroys more dreams than poverty ever did. You don't need to be gifted. You just need to be relentless. People lose because they do things when they feel like it. The rich do things until it works. Simple, but brutal. Fire principle 4. Money comes from systems, not sweat. The poor trade time for money. The rich trade systems for money. Automation, leverage, digital platforms, content, affiliate funnels. These things make money when you're asleep. If your income depends only on you, you're one sickness away from starting over. Fire principle 5. Your mindset is the factory of your future. You can't build a millionaire life with a poverty mentality. Your thoughts become habits. Your habits become patterns. Your patterns become your income class. Rewire your beliefs, or they will quietly sabotage you for the rest of your life. Fire principle 6. Replace entertainment with education. The rich binge courses the way the poor binge Netflix. One book can unlock a new career. One tutorial can change your skill set. One mentor session can collapse 5 years of mistakes into 2 hours of clarity. Fire principle 7. Discipline over motivation. Motivation gets you started. Discipline gets you rich. If you only work when you feel inspired, your bank account will always feel uninspired. Fire principle 8. Master one income before you add 5. Don't scatter your energy like confetti. Build one income stream until it works, then multiply it. Mastery first, expansion later. Fire principle 9. Your network determines your net worth. Your life changes the moment you start talking to people who think bigger than you. Proximity to the right people is the cheat code no one teaches. Fire principle 10. Bet on yourself when no one else will. Nobody owes you belief. Nobody owes you support. Nobody owes you a head start. You are your own first investor, and the day you start backing yourself fully is the day life opens doors you didn't know existed. Now here's the twist. These 10 principles are just the foundation, because there are 5 hidden rules, the ones the wealthy never mention publicly, and those are the rules that actually create generational money. In part 2, I'll expose them. But be warned, once you hear rule number 4, you will never look at rich people the same way again. Stay tuned. Part 2 is not for the faint-hearted. Fire part 2. The 5 hidden rules the wealthy never say out loud. If part 1 made you uncomfortable, part 2 will make you rethink everything you believe about wealth. Because these next rules are the ones the rich follow in silence. They don't post them online. They don't teach them in school. They don't even tell their own children until they're old enough to understand power. But today, you're getting the unfiltered version. Fire rule 1. Money flows to silence, not noise. The loudest people are rarely the richest. The rich study when others gossip. They execute when others boast. They move in silence because distractions are expensive. And privacy is profit. Fire rule 2. Wealth is a game of patience, not speed. Everyone wants fast money. But real wealth comes from compounding, tiny smart decisions repeated until they explode. The poor chase quick wins. The rich chase long-term advantage. One plays for now. The other plays for legacy. Fire Rule 3. Your energy is your most valuable currency. Forget time. Forget money. Your energy determines the quality of every decision you make. This is why wealthy people protect their peace aggressively. No toxic friends. No draining environments. No emotional leaks. Because the wrong energy can bankrupt your destiny. Fire Rule 4. The rich don't save, they position. This is where your mindset must shift. Poor people save to survive. Rich people position themselves to multiply. They buy assets, skills, leverage, tools, systems, anything that increases their power. Money sitting still dies. Money in motion grows. Fire Rule 5. You must become a different person to make different money. Here's the truth no one wants to accept. New income requires a new identity. Your old habits cannot take you to your new level. Your old routines cannot carry new wealth. You must evolve, or your bank account will remain loyal to the old version of you. Now listen closely, because we're just getting started. Part 3 isn't about principles or rules. It's about the 7 brutal sacrifices you must make if you truly want to become rich. This is the part people run from. This is the part that separates dreamers from doers. And sacrifice number 5? It's the one that will either break you or make you unstoppable. Say less. Here is part 3, the rawest, most ruthless chapter yet. This one exposes the sacrifices people avoid, and that's why they stay broke. Fire Part 3, 7 brutal sacrifices you must make to get rich from nothing. What I'm about to say will hurt, because you can't build $1 million life with comfort zone habits. Every rich person you admire paid a price you never saw. They sacrifice things you cling to. They let go of things you defend. And until you make these 7 sacrifices, your life will feel like driving with the handbrake on. Brace yourself. This part is not motivational, it's surgical. Fire Sacrifice 1. Sacrifice comfort. Comfort is poverty's favorite drug. The rich force themselves into rooms where they feel small, so they can grow big. The poor stay where everything feels easy and wonder why nothing changes. Fire Sacrifice 2. Sacrifice entertainment for education. You can't binge Netflix and expect your life to look like a documentary of success. Swap shows for skill building. Swap gossip for growth. Every hour you waste is money you'll never see again. Fire Sacrifice 3. Sacrifice pride. This one destroys more destinies than failure ever did. You must be willing to start at the bottom. Ask dumb questions. Look inexperienced. Learn publicly. Grow privately. Your pride is expensive, and it keeps you broke. Fire Sacrifice 4. Sacrifice approval from others. If you need validation, forget wealth. People will laugh. They will doubt you. They will misunderstand your moves. Let them. The rich walk alone before they walk admired. Fire Sacrifice 5. Sacrifice old friendships that keep you average. This one will hurt the most. But growth demands pruning. Some friends love who you were, not who you're becoming. If they don't push you, elevate you, or challenge you, you can't drag them into your new life. Fire Sacrifice 6. Sacrifice short-term pleasure for long-term power. The poor chase dopamine. The rich chase dominance. One buys sneakers. The other buys stocks. One buys weekends. The other buys freedom. Your future is built by what you delay today. Fire Sacrifice 7. Sacrifice your old self. This is the ultimate sacrifice. Your old habits, your old routines, your old excuses. They must die for your new life to live. Nothing changes until you change. Not your background. Not the economy. Not the government. You've learned the principles. You've seen the hidden rules. You've discovered the sacrifices. But now we enter the deepest level, Part 4. The dark side of wealth. The psychological traps. The emotional battles. The identity crisis. The silent storms that come after you start rising. And trap number 3? It's the one that turns many future millionaires into permanent failures. Buckle up, Part 4 is the darkest, most psychological chapter of all. This is the side of wealth people don't post online because it exposes the cost of success. Let's go. Part 4. The dark side of wealth no one warns you about. You think getting rich solves everything? It exposes everything. Money doesn't change you. It amplifies who you already are. And if you rise without knowing these dark truths, success will break you faster than poverty ever did. What I'm about to reveal is the part most millionaires hide. Fire Trap 1. The loneliness of outgrowing people. When you rise, your circle shrinks. Not because you're better than them, but because they're not trying to be better for themselves. You'll learn to clap for yourself because the people you love won't always clap with you. Growth demands isolation. Success demands separation. This trap hits hard. Fire Trap 2. The silent guilt of winning. Nobody talks about this. When you break generational limits, you feel guilty for wanting more than survival. You feel guilty for leaving people behind. You feel guilty for succeeding where others settled. Guilt is the tax you pay for evolution, but you must outgrow it, or it will paralyze you. Fire Trap 3. The pressure to maintain the new you. This is the trap that destroys rising stars. Once you level up, people expect you to stay at that level. They expect you to be strong every day, smart every day, wealthy every day. The pressure becomes a cage, and if you're not grounded, you will self-sabotage just to escape expectations. This is the trap that turns potential millionaires into cautionary tales. Fire Trap 4. The addiction to more. When success starts, enough becomes a moving target. You stop celebrating wins because your mind keeps shifting the finish line. Growth is good. Greed is poison. The moment you become addicted to more, you lose the joy of the journey and the purpose behind the mission. Fire Trap 5. The threat of becoming who you hated. This is the scariest one. If you don't stay self-aware, the success you fought for will turn you into the type of person you once feared or despised. Power is a mirror. It reveals your ego. If you don't control it, it will control you. You now know the principles, the rules, the sacrifices, and the dark side. But there's one more level. The level that separates the rich from the untouchable rich. Part 5 is the final chapter, the 7 unbreakable laws of generational wealth. These are the laws that build empires, outlive you, and make your name echo long after you're gone. And law number 2 is so powerful, it's the reason some families stay rich for 100 years straight. If you're ready for the final level, say here it is, the final level. The chapter that turns wealth into legacy, money into influence, and success into immortality. Let's finish this saga like giants. Fire Part 5. The 7 unbreakable laws of generational wealth. Final chapter. Listen closely, because everything you've learned up to this point was about getting rich. But this final part? It's about staying rich and making sure your children and your children's children never start from zero again. Most people make money. Very few build empires. Today, you're learning the laws that create dynasties. Fire Law 1. Build assets before lifestyle. Wealthy families buy income first and comfort later. Cars, gadgets, vacations, those come from profit, not from paycheck. Your assets should pay for your lifestyle. If your lifestyle pays for your assets, you're pouring water into a leaking bucket. Fire Law 2. Teach money early, teach discipline first. This is the law that separates rich families from wealthy bloodlines. The poor hand their kids comfort. The rich hand their kids responsibility. The wealthy hand their kids discipline. A child trained in discipline becomes unstoppable in any environment. It's not money that protects a family, it's the mindset behind it. Fire Law 3. Document your knowledge and systems. Every wealthy family keeps a playbook. Their business strategies, their principles, their investments, their family rules, everything is written, stored, and passed down. Poor families pass stories. Rich families pass instructions. Wealthy families pass blueprints. Fire Law 4. Turn skills into institutions. You cannot pass down a job. You can't inherit someone's employment, but you can inherit a system. Turn your skills into a brand. Turn your knowledge into a company. Turn your experience into a structure someone else can run. That is how your name outlives your energy. Fire Law 5. Protect your bloodline with hard boundaries. Generational wealth dies when entitlement enters the room. You must build strict boundaries. Responsibility, discipline, roles, accountability, financial structure. A family without boundaries becomes a kingdom with no walls. Easy to invade, easy to collapse. Fire Law 6. Invest in relationships that outlive money. Empire building requires allies, not spectators. You need mentors, partners, advisors, and successors. Money can open doors, but the right relationships keep them open for decades. Legacy is a team sport. Fire Law 7. Create impact bigger than your name. This is the final law, the one that makes your legacy survive time itself. You must create impact beyond your personal gain. Schools, foundations, products, opportunities, systems, mentorship make the world better, and the world will protect your name long after you're gone. The wealthy don't chase immortality through statues, they chase it through impact. And that's it. The 5-part journey from nothing to wealth, to empire, to dynasty. But there's one last thing, the part even the wealthy rarely discuss. Because after legacy comes something even bigger. How to create influence that can't be bought, power that can't be challenged, and a name that becomes its own currency.